So you are in a new relationship with a boyfriend of about 6 months. This has been going on.
Yes. And I want to just preface by saying we are very happy. We're very into each other. And everything is great except one thing.
Great, nice topic. Thanks for calling.
Right.
You just wanted to call up here and brag. I'm so happy in my life.
Good for you.
You scrubs.
Yeah, she said,
You
don't
know?
start that.
Yeah.
Don't start that
Supportive
stuff. y'all be doing.
relationship.
Well, so what is the one thing, though?
Well, so we have a very big age gap. So I'm 24 and he is 50.
Okay. All right. So we got a nice 26-year age gap. Now, I need to hear both sides.
Yes.
Now, I'm not quite 50. In fact, I'm not anywhere near 50. But you know, let's defend the older men dating the younger women thing for a moment until I hear the whole thing. So, how did you meet? And like, why are we talking? If you're happy, I get that it's a huge age gap. But like, what's the insecurity? Like, where does it come from? Why are we talking?
Well, we met while we were both out, and this is not like a thing for me. Like, I don't seek out men that are older than me, but we met at a bar. I thought he was much younger than 50. He does not look 50. And I approached him, and then we got along. And after talking for a while, he was like, by the way, how old are you? So I wasn't, like, looking for this, but it just kind of happened. And we've been dating for 6 months now, so it's, like, kind of getting to be time to introduce him to my family. But I'm very afraid of how they're going to react. They know that I'm dating someone, but they don't know his age.
Does he have kids? How old are his kids?
He does not have kids.
Okay, because that could get a little weird.
Yeah.
You know, if
I agree.
if his kids were, you know, close to your age.
Yeah,
that could be
been
a
there
little-
with my dad.
Yeah,
Right.
that's right. Your dad has
Right.
dated someone,
yeah.
one of your friends, right?
Well, I'm not her friend, but we did attend the same high school at one
No.
point.
And
Yeah.
we're not friends now, are we?
We never were, but
And that didn't bring
that
it
didn't
close.
help. No.
Mom?
Right. Oh my goodness.
So weird. And so your family's like, oh, this is so exciting. Brianna's met someone or whatever. How do you... I mean, is your dad? Well, let me see. If you're 24, your dad could very easily be close to his age, which could make things kind of weird. I mean, are you worried about what they're going to say?
I am. I mean, I don't think they're going to tell me to break up with him, but I don't think they're going to be, like, jumping for joy about it. And my friends know about him, and they're concerned. They've told me that they're concerned.
Well, that says a lot. Now, why? It's a huge age gap, right? But, like, why, if you're happy, why are they concerned, would be my question.
Well, none of them have met him, and I think they're just like, why is a 50-year-old man dating a 24-year-old? Like, they think it reflects badly on him, but he's such a great guy, and they don't know him.
So I have a lot of questions. First of all, 855-591-1035. You know what do you think when you hear this 24-year-old, 50-year-old dynamic? I also would ask the question, like, why is it necessarily a bad look? Like, if you're a mature 24-year-old and he's a decent guy and he's not a perv or a weirdo or a creep, then I guess I don't know why this couldn't be a thing. Like, yeah, it's unorthodox, but like, why? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I've dated people of all ages. I'm 44. I've dated people anywhere from 25 to over 50. So I've gone both ways. But like, if I date someone who's over 50, no one says anything about that. I've dated people who are 28, and the next person I date is my age, and they think I'm disgusting for that. But am I disgusting for that, or is there an insecurity about that? It's like, you were dating someone so much younger. What are you doing with me? It's like, well, because I can like both things, right? Like, I'm not targeting 20-somethings. But if I meet someone and I connect with you, then I'm not really sure that I care about the age necessarily. But your priorities may differ. I mean, he's 50. Like, do you want kids? He may not want kids. He may not want to start now. Like, I feel like that's the kind of stuff that might get you in trouble.
Heard.
I mean, do you want kids?
She's like, received.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, yeet, you know?
Do you?
Do you want kids?
I think I do, yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Better get on it.
have you had that discussion with him?
God.
I feel like it's that kind of stuff that where you might have an issue, because you might very well be very mature for your age and find that this guy offers security and
Money?
a parental figure,
Right.
you know, or something that maybe.
no.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you're allowed to gravitate towards whatever you need, right? And maybe, and there's nothing wrong. You're both adults. Right? I mean, there's nothing inherently wrong about this, but I guess I wonder, like, do you think that you will align on all of the principles and all of the goals that you have for one another?
Yeah, those are valid concerns, but I am also just kind of like living in the moment of this relationship, and for the moment, it's very good.
Is he rich?
Hell yeah.
I know that's my girl.
Yeah.
I wouldn't leave him either.
No 24-year-old.
I mean, because
Not in this
I will
economy.
say that, like, you know, when I was 24, I'm surprised that anybody went out with me. When I was 34, I'm surprised that anybody went out with me, to be honest. Like, the difference between the human being that and I'm not sure if that's saying much, but the difference between the human being I am now and I was 20 years ago is significantly different. And I don't know, I'm much more settled. I'm much more kind of like, you know, I don't know. I don't have anything to prove to anybody anymore. I am who I am. I don't know. I think I'm a better version of myself. You know, back then I thought I was hot stuff, and I don't know. I had a lot to prove. I didn't have any resources. I didn't know, you know, my butt from a hole in the wall, you know, whatever. So I guess I can see why younger women gravitate towards older men. I just wonder how long you're going to be, or on how many points you're aligned. Or, hey, are you happy not having kids and being with a guy who's much older, who's rich, and there's security there? And I mean, I guess this all depends on what your priorities are, right?
God, lots to think about. Jeez.
Yeah. All right. Well, let me take some calls on this, Brianna, and we'll have to follow up. I can't wait to hear. And let me guess, Brianna. He's got money. He's mature and confident, and the sex is really good, right?
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah. See.
What's the problem?
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
I see no
Well,
issues.
Brianna, thank you. Good luck. Have a good day. Keep the radio on. We'll see what people have to say.
Thank you.
Bye. Kaylin, you've done something like this.
Yeah, 20 was where I maxed out. Maxed out, excuse me.
Yeah, you're a little choked up there thinking about
I'm
it.
crying.
See,
Yeah, I don't
a little
know.
emotional about it.
Yeah.
When you, wind beneath my wings.
Right,
You know?
right. Yeah, 20 is where I maxed out, but I don't know. I mean, I do also have concerns. Like, one of the reasons that I'm not still in that relationship is like and this is dark, but like I took care of my grandpa as he was dying, and I was like, I'm about to do that in like 10 years for this man. You know what I mean? Like, I just felt I can't do it again.
He was in his 50s?
He was 50.
Yeah, I think you had a little bit more time than that, hopefully.
I know.
But yeah, no, I hear what you're saying.
I was like, I can't do this
No, you were
again.
going to be a caretaker at some point if you marry this guy.
Yeah, so that was part of it, honestly. I was like, I need a little, because I want to have kids.
But I think I don't want to say anything. I think that generally women think that men who date women who are much younger are doing it like it's only to their benefit. Like it's just about sex
No,
or
I
just
didn't
about a
feel that
young
way.
body or just about or somehow it's like naivete or lack of maturity or manipulation or something. Not every 20-something I've gone out with appealed to me, right? Like they could be banging in every way, but like we couldn't connect because we didn't have similar priorities because they were. I mean, I've met very mature late 20s, early 30s people who they're not into the partying, they're not into the things that are traditionally stereotypically young. Stuff that we all did, going out every weekend and going out and getting crazy, stuff that you maybe don't do when you get a little bit older. So it hasn't always appealed to me, right? Like sometimes I've noticed the maturity gap and it doesn't work. So I don't think it's and sure, I think there are guys out there with a boat and they're rich and they're old and they're divorced and they just want hot chicks and they don't care about talking to them or connecting.
Which is fine too.
And that's all right too if you're transparent about that. But I don't know that it's always as it looks. I think there are examples where it's like that, and I think there are examples from the other way where the girl has really no interest in the guy. He has interest in the money and the resources and not getting messed with, or not being with an F boy, a younger F boy, I guess.
Right.